What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on this AP2 Honda S2000. I'm not sure what year it is exactly. I'm thinking 05 or 06 or something maybe. I don't know. 04? I'm not sure. Anyways, this car belongs to a friend of mine and he's going to be putting it away in winter storage tomorrow, I guess. And so he just dropped it off here for me to kind of go over it and make sure it's looked after, and his main concern was that it needs a fresh coat of paint sealant on it. But he basically just left it up to me and said whatever I think it needs, we'll go ahead and do. Now I actually did a full paint correction on this car about a year ago, and it's dirty right now, but I can tell, I took a quick little look at it last night, I can tell that through the dirt, I think the paint is still looking pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have to polish it very much. If anything, just a quick little once over, because I am probably going to have to clay bar it before we do the sealant. And if you've watched my other videos or you've read the articles on my website, you know that I'm a big believer in polishing after you've used a clay bar, just to make sure you get rid of any marring you might have caused. Especially on a car like this that has been paint corrected and the paint is really clear and really glossy. We want to try and keep it that way. We don't want to make it dull if we don't have to. So I'll be doing that. One thing he mentioned was he bought these wheels. These are Wed Sport wheels, I think. He bought these used, and he's cleaned the faces of them just when he washes the car, but he said that the barrels are a little bit dirty, so we might go for a little bit more of a deeper cleaning on them. No big deal. Looks like we got some leftover bird crap there. Overall, the car is just a little dirty. This one sits outside all summer long, and it's driven in the rain and stuff, so it's got a bit kind of a layer of grime on it. One thing I noticed, let's see if I can do this with one hand. One thing I noticed was that the engine bay could use a little bit of love. It's not bad. The owner of this car really takes care of his stuff, so it never really gets too bad, but there's no real nasty grease or grime or anything in here. It's got kind of a layer of dirt on it, and basically if we take care of it now, we don't have to do any hardcore cleaning. We can just stay on top of it. So I think it's probably going to be a good idea to just give this a quick little once over. I think the interior looks pretty good on this one too. Yeah, again, he takes good care of his stuff. He likes to keep it clean and cared for, so I think the interior looks like it's pretty much good to go. I'll take a closer look at it though. So basically, I'm not sure if this is going to be split up into a multi-part video. I might do a two-part video on this, like a mini-series. I'm not sure. It depends on how much work it needs. Or I might just put it all into one video. But I'll take you guys along with me as I work away on it and kind of share my thought process with you as I work away. Okay, let's just take a quick once over. Let's see what kind of dirt we're dealing with here. Just typical stuff for something that sits outside. Nothing major. Try and get this top cleaned up a little bit. Some smudges there, no big deal. This should be an easy one. I'm going to start with the engine bay first here, for obvious reasons. You don't want to get the rest of the car all cleaned up and then risk having overspray or something from your cleaners or degreasers onto your nice clean paint. So we're going to get that knocked out right off the bat. This car, as you can see, it's got some aftermarket stereo wiring. And so I covered up the alternator there as well, just because you don't want water getting straight down into that. And now I took a look, there's also some wiring here and there, but for the most part it looks like it's all weatherproof connectors. So that's not a real concern. I'm not using a pressure washer, I'm just using the garden hose. We're not dealing with high pressure water or anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna cover up the alternator and any kind of aftermarket wiring that I see. One other trick for you guys, if you're gonna be cleaning your engine bay, just give it a quick rinse down on the paint all around there. The reason for that is just in case you do get any cleaners or degreasers on there, the water's gonna dilute it down and make it less likely to stain or anything on there. Just kind of a preventative step to avoid any problems. So I'm gonna start with the inside of the hood. You can see there's some grime up there. I'm gonna clean that up just a little bit. I'm just gonna, because this engine bay isn't all that dirty, I'm just gonna go with an all-purpose cleaner, diluted a little bit stronger than what I would use for interior cleaning, because this is mostly just dirt, and I don't see the need for a heavy-duty degreaser. And as with anything in detailing, you want to start off with the least powerful step possible, and you don't want to go in full kill mode all the time if you don't have to. So I'm gonna start from the top and work my way across. I'll bring you guys back when I get some done. So pretty much all I'm doing is just hitting it with this all-purpose cleaner, spraying everything down, just doing sections at a time. And then I've got my wash bucket here. This is my wheel bucket. I've got a few brushes in here and my wash mitt. So I just come through and whatever seems to fit what I'm trying to wash, that's what I'll go with. It's kind of trial and error. You have to figure out which brushes will work for what. So that'll just come around here. These Hondas have nice big valve covers, so I'll be able to do most of this with just the wash mitt. Then I'll switch over and grab a brush. Get all in here. All of the nooks and crannies. Then you want to keep rinsing often because you don't want to leave these cleaners to dry on anything. It's probably not the end of the world in an engine bay, but you don't want to risk it. And then I'm just going to come back in and keep on going. Alright, so the engine bay is all cleaned up. Now I'm just going to come in with the leaf blower. Blow everything out. Alright, so we got it nice and clean in there. We dried it off with the leaf blower. One last step, we're going to start up the car. Now you always want to do this just to let it warm up to operating temperature, and then that'll dry it the rest of the way out. So I'm going to let this run for a bit, and we got no check engine lights, no nothing. So I'm going to let this get to operating temperature and dry up, and then we're going to leave it there. We'll address that later on when the rest of the car is done. Alright, next I'm going to tackle the wheels. I'm just going to pre-rinse them down a little bit. Because the barrels are pretty dirty, I'm going to use Griot's garage wheel cleaner. And I just want to get it mostly into the barrels because the rest of the wheels are fairly clean. I've got soap in this bucket as well, so that'll help the cleaning power. So I'm going to let this sit just for a little bit. I'm outside here, so I don't want to let it sit for too long, but... Okay, now I'm just going to come in here with my brushes. If you saw my MR2 video, you know I like to work from the inside out, from the top down. These are pretty dirty, so it might require a bit of scrubbing to get in there. And I'm just going to come in with a mitt and get all in between here. It's kind of hard to do with one hand while you're trying to film. I got a new respect for those guys that are detailing and shooting videos at the same time, man. I'm just gonna come in with this brush and get in here a little better. Get the brake caliper a little bit. Now let's spray this off and see what we got. Not sure if this is a... Yeah, that's a chip in the finish. Nothing we can do there. Alright, now for the tires, I'm just going to use a little Meguiar's Super Degreaser here. And then I'll just use the tire brush and scrub away a little bit. These tires aren't too bad. I think he just bought these a little while ago, actually. I'm also going to come in here just with the mitt, try and clean all the inside of that up a little bit. And down in here. Okay, one final rinse. And we have a nice clean wheel. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of these and then I'll come back with you.